in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here, and it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful day, beautiful morning, as the Philadelphia Eagles are 5-1. Last night, the world, everybody on the planet, the moon, if there's a Mars and people on Mars, they saw it too. The Philadelphia Eagles came out and got respect. And as you can see, through all the news broadcasts, all the sports interviews, everything going on, people are respecting the Eagles. This was more than about respect, though. This was about a launch point. A launch point that in history, when they go back and look at the Carson Wentz era, they're going to point to this moment against Carolina as the Eagles and Carson Wentz coming out party. Now, we know as Eagle fans, he's been playing good for a while. But on a national stage, to do what he did yesterday, for the Eagles as a team to do what they did yesterday, showed the world that the Eagles are for real. This is like I said with Cunningham and New York Giants. McNabb against the New York Giants with Thrash winning at the end. It's on that level. It's on that level. We are witnessing a team become very good. We are witnessing the rise of an elite franchise quarterback. As I said in all my all-season videos, if the Eagles are going to win, if the Eagles are going to make the playoffs, it will be because Carson Wentz takes a major, major step. And he done that so far, yes, without question, even more so than I thought he would at this point. The Eagles yesterday beat the Carolina Panthers. Now, I want to give some credit to some people that I don't give credit to a lot. I want to make sure that I say their names and talk about them a little bit. Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson, to me, isn't the perfect coach. He hasn't done everything right all the time. But this guy deserves a lot of credit for having this team ready to play every game for 6 weeks. The call that he made to go for the 2-point conversion, even though that didn't matter in the end, the fact that he was on his feet and that he did that and made sure to take the penalty and add it so he could go for 2 points was a move that you expect from a good coach, a heads-up coach. And he deserves a lot of credit. And you see Brandon Graham come to him. You see Fletcher Cox come. These guys respect this coach. And he deserves credit for it. And he's getting better. And he will continue to get better. And he will continue to be a better coach in the future. Good job, Doug Peterson. Then you talk about Nelson Agholor. I don't honestly think I remember Agholor ever putting back 2 games back-to-back where he did something. And it's the truth. Now, I'm not going to rush back and say that, he's the greatest player ever to play the game, but he had 2 consecutive good games. He is gaining confidence. And you know what? He's going to get better and better. So, good, congratulations, Nelson Agholor. You played a hell of a game, buddy. You played a hell of a game. And the thing about Agholor is he makes a big drop, right? He makes a drop. He did this last week. Then he did this last night. The very next play, both times, Carson Wentz goes right back to him. Now that's smart. That's a quarterback who makes players better. Because what he did was he went right back to Agholor to get Agholor head out of thinking about the drop. He goes, he makes a catch. He's forgotten about the drop that he just had. So the very next play, he drops the ball. Very next play, boom, ball's back to him. Boom, ball's back to him. 2 weeks in a row. That's not coincidence. That's on purpose. That's a good general. That's a good leader. That's what you have in Carson Wentz. I'm so excited about this team, man. I'm busting. Now, I don't know how I'm going to make it 10 days. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may have to do some dances outside and film it. I don't know. But I'm excited about this team. It's going to be a long time before the Eagles play. Now, last night, Carson took a beating, right? He took a beating. He was hit all the time. At one point, I thought they broke his arm. But he keeps coming. He keeps coming. He keeps coming. And he ends up with 3 touchdown passes. Now, there was a point late in the third quarter, like 2 minutes left. They had 2nd and 26. They run a screen to Clement. He gets 10 yards. Now it's 3rd and 16. Okay, so 3rd and 16 after being 2nd and 26 because they had a penalty. So he gets to 3rd and 16. He makes a play where he steps up. He's getting pressure. He's getting hit. He fires. He hits Mac Hollins. First down. Very next play, he hits Alshon Jeffrey. Perfect pass, 30-something yards downfield. Then they go to the fourth quarter. They come back. Well, actually, they run a screen to Aguilar, who gets like probably, I think it was like a yard, maybe no gain. I can't remember exactly. But then they go to the fourth quarter. He comes back. He runs a slant because they're blitzing. It was a perfect call. Aguilar catches ball in for a touchdown. Now, this was a quarterback, in my opinion, what I saw there was a quarterback who took a beating the whole game. But because the game became early in the fourth quarter, late in the second half, Carson Wentz took it over. He took it over. He made the big passes that he had to make. That's what you expect from a franchise quarterback, an elite franchise quarterback. We're talking, this kid is something special. And you ask me, where do I see his ceiling? I see his ceiling as an MVP, multiple Super Bowl winner, higher than Ben Roethlisberger. I think you put him, I think he can be an Aaron Rodgers type quarterback. I really do. I think he could be that kind of guy where he's throwing 30-plus touchdowns a year. Very smart, very creative with his feet, the ability to create something out of nothing. So, to me, what I'm seeing from this kid is even more than I could ever have thought. And I'm so excited. The defense, I mean, Fletcher Cox was a game time decision. And if he doesn't play, you don't have 2 interceptions. He ate up that offensive line. He threw guys around like ragdolls. He threw guys around like me throwing around my hats. I mean, he threw them around like nothing, like they were dingbats. And he got 2 interceptions because of his rush. He almost didn't play. And if he don't play, we don't win. Then Bradham is everywhere, throws his body around to give it up all for the team. Kendricks had, like 15, 16, 17 tackles? I mean, this team was everywhere. This team, this defense, deserves a lot of credit for the way they played. Carson Wentz deserves a lot of credit for the way he took a beating and kept coming and through no interceptions ends up with 3 touchdowns. He has 13 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the year. On the year in 6 games. That is insane. That is very hard to do. Yesterday was one of those moments that will live in this team's history as the moment the Carson Wentz era took off. Now, like I said, we Philly fans, we've seen that coming for a few weeks now. But nationally, the world, they saw it last night. So this is a very good win. In my opinion, it makes the Eagles the favorites in the NFC. I believe Green Bay and Seattle are their toughest challenges. I believe Atlanta is, to me, I still think they're struggling because of the Super Bowl hangover. But I think right now, whoever gets home field advantage in the playoffs is most likely the team to beat in the to go to the Super Bowl. I believe the Eagles gotta be a number 1 or a number 2 seed when it's all said and done. If they are, then you're looking at probably the NFC champions. And we can go that far. It can happen. So we got to keep going. We have to enjoy the win. It was a great team win, great team effort, great coaching job by the coach, great job by the defensive coordinator, great job by the field goal kicker, great job by the defense. The people who we needed to step up, step up. Ertz stepped up. Aguilar stepped up. Carson stepped up. Cox stepped up. Bradham stepped up. Jenkins stepped up. Russell Douglas stepped up. Mills stepped up. They all stepped up. We kicked their butts. We kicked their butts. They can keep pounding sand. We're going to be pounding on the next opponent. The Eagles are 5-1, and I love it. Now, we need to enjoy it a few days, and then we need to get ready for Washington. Don't take them lightly. Be ready to play. Beat them. Put a stranglehold in the NFC East, and boom, we're done. Now, with that said, I got to go to Bakersfield, California for a weekend. I don't know what the hell is there. Maybe some cows or something. I don't know. But I got to do what I got to do. With that said, you take care. I'll talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat. Enjoy it, people. Enjoy it.